Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurasou here, coming at you guys with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch. And today is going to be a very long episode because, as we all know, when we get the ban list, the market goes absolutely nuts. In fact, I don't think anything drives the market crazier than the ban list, in my opinion. But I want to know your guys' thoughts on the ban list, although you guys know mine. My disappointment was immeasurable. I mean, you guys could see it in the video. I have so many comments understanding why I was so upset, and a lot of people agreeing with me. But let me know in the comment section below. Also, smash that like button, subscribe. If we can get 100 likes on this video plus, that'd be great. I say plus because on the last Market Watch, we got 100 likes, and everyone was like, you know what? That's fine. We're not going to like it anymore. He did not ask for 101. He did not ask for over 100. He asked exactly for 100 likes. So thank you guys so much for the dedication on the last video. It was just something I saw before I started recording. I found it quite funny. If you're buying any cards off TCG Player, please use my affiliate link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. And consider being a YouTube channel member. And thank you to all my YouTube channel members. And we're going to get right into it here. Fusion Destiny from OTS Tournament Pack 18. Now, Konami did not forget to put this card to 3. They forgot to put another spell card to 0. But they did not forget to put this to 3. Right now, they're about 61s. These were about 70 here. And I don't think 60, 61 is a bad price at all. Just that I think it's still very low. I know that we're used to seeing this card at 35 to 40. But this is still an ultimate rare hero card. You know, give this, you know, a year, right? Forget about being at 2 or 3. That's kind of irrelevant right now. Being a hero card, this card is going to hit triple digits. It doesn't matter even if you put it to 1. Not saying the card should be hit at all, mind you, but without any Verte Anaconda, 3 Fusion Destiny is fine, right? You know, it'd be really cool if we could get Verte banned and we could just skip this whole, you know, fiasco. But hey, if you got your ulti Destinies, good job. If you don't have them, and you're wondering when should you get them, just pay the 61, get it over with. Ultra rares now are going to the moon. Now, these are about $18, $19, but they were selling for 25, closer to 30. In fact, I don't know if we can pull up the sales of like 30 right there. Yeah. You know, 35, 28. You know, this card was going absolutely crazy, but now it is settling more down. I think that this card definitely needs another reprint. But right now, if you want to play the DPE package, which a lot of people actually held on to their Fusion Destinies and their DPEs when this card went to 2 and Anaconda got banned, because they just were like, you know what, this could come back, you know, to 3, or this engine could be good eventually, or I might want to try it again. You know, people really like this engine a lot more than people are leading on. I actually had no idea about this, but I grabbed so many ultis. And I haven't played this engine so long, I completely forgot I actually had 2 ultras. So it was great getting rid of those for something really dumb. That was appreciated. Nadir Servant here. I told people at $4, this card is just way too low. You might as well either just keep it for a rainy day. I wouldn't sell it at 4. It's not a bad pickup. Right now, they're about $10 for your Nadir Servant, which is very fair in my opinion. You have your secret rares over here, which I told people get these to 18 and 20. Right now, they've doubled $40, which still isn't bad in my opinion. I think that this card can only go up because, remember, this is a Rise of the Duelist Secret Rare. These aren't floating around very much, and Dogmatica was still an engine people liked, people still played. I think $40 is very fair for this card, believe it or not. I thought 20 was criminal, 18 or 20, and that's why I told people to grab this. I even had it in 5 cards I have in your trade binder, and one of the reasons was you never know if they're going to put this card back up to 3, because if a card at 2 doesn't do anything, Konami's very willing to put it to 3. That's why there's almost nothing on the semi-limited list. They want to keep a few things there, but yeah, you know, like Malicious, right? That's his like second vacation home. Dogmatica Ecclesia, the ultimate rare. Now everyone, and I told people when it comes to banned cards, people, for example, Fusion Destiny went to 3. People will look at Fusion Destiny. Nadir Servant went to 3. People are going to look at Nadir Servant, right? They're not going to look at the other Dogmatica cards, though, which I find very odd. Now, ultis were 35. Now they're 40. If you feel bad about not getting your Nadir Servant, or you're looking to spend $40 on the Dogmatica package, I would say it's a gamble, because I think this card could go down. On the other hand, Rise of the Duelist cannot replenish itself very easy. Whatever we have out there, singles-wise, is what we have. Ulti Ecclesias, though, you know, it's 40. Yeah, if this drops, that's fine. But I don't see Dogmatica Ecclesia dropping from 40. I really don't anymore. 43 over here. It's going to 45, 48 with that 3.99 shipping. If Dogmatic could see a little more competitive play, all that, I could see Ecclesias hitting 50. I think that this card is just way too cheap. But OTS 18, players don't know what they were doing. Now, if you want another Dogmatic card that's a really good investment, I would go for Maximus. I think that this card's extremely busted, honestly, because you have to banish any type of fusion, synchro, XYZ, or link material from your graveyard. You special this card from your hand, right? Okay. Now, during your main phase, you can activate the effect that you send 2 monsters with different names from your extra deck to the graveyard, and your opponent sends 2 monsters from their extra deck to the graveyard. Now, this could be pretty bad because they could plus, but a lot of decks, unless they're playing a Dogmatica package, won't be doing it, which that's kind of what I like about Dogmatica is if the more rogue it gets, the better the engine kind of is, if that makes sense. But what you could do is you could send a Shaddoll Construct and a Shaddoll Apcalone, activate the effect of Apcalone, search the Schism, use both the Construct and Apcalone at the when you enter main phase 1, and just make window. It's great. That's all you have to do. Like, I still think this card's busted. I mean, Winda is still a great card, and you don't really have to, even if you don't want to play, like, a bunch of other stuff, you could honestly just play this card and, like, 3 Nadir, serve it with the Schism and call it. Like, obviously, the Ecclesia's good, because, you know, you could start getting, you know, more pluses, all that. But if you really don't have much room in your main deck, I don't know how should I say, consistent it would be, but it's something I kind of want to try out here. But again, $5 is really cheap. I would grab these. Snubs to toe, light destruction. Now, during my banlist reaction, I forgot that Mass Driver was actually banned. That's my fault, guys. I was sitting there like, man, I'm going to want to slam the head because this was probably one of the worst FDKs to hit Yu-Gi-Oh! History. And I don't use that word lightly. The card has had a reprint since Light Destruction, and what's really funny is I thought I had this card, but I forgot. It was like 10, 12. I never thought it would come back. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to sell it. And this was like years ago, like 2, 3 years. These are about 15 for light play, which they were just first editions for like 38, 40. First and light plays are 23, 24. The card has called me down because this was, in fact, I want to see if we could see the sales here. First endearment here for 35. 35. First and light play for 27. Light play for 40. Yeah, this is where the 40s are. This card just went stupid, but is this card going to do anything? Well, Splite can't really play frogs anymore, but Ronin Totem, like, trust me, having 3 Ronin is probably better than 1 substitute, I think. I mean, this is also 1-for-1 target, but I don't really know. I think frogs are dead, I'm pretty sure. But as someone said, I think it was I forgot if it was a comment or a YouTuber that I watched, but they said they took out, I think it was the Cali effect, which, by the way, awesome YouTuber, by the way. He said, they took out Ronin Totem, that's not once per turn, that was busted, and gave us another once per turn, or non-once per turn, which you could argue, technically, this would be better. Like, if we had 1 Ronin, 1 substitute, that'd be insanity. Cyberjar, this card's bad in today's Yu-Gi-Oh! You want it, 68 for limited, 70 for near mint. First ed, 90. First ed's, okay, funny enough, first editions were always around like 90 to 120, so only unlimiteds went up. I find that funny. I find that really funny. Mecha Phantom Beast, Lion here. Ultra rare. I mean, the card was nothing, 40, 50 cents. That's a whole $2. I think you also have rares here that are probably like, 47 cents. I mean, the card's very accessible now. Can this card still be good? I actually think so. It is also a level 2. It's not a machine dupe target, I believe, because it's 500 or less attack, and this has 600, which is, good. Not that you could do anything with one of it, but imagine if this card had less than... Imagine if Konami just decided not to give this as much attack, right? Didn't think anything of it, and then years later, when this card is a big thing, that, you could have played machine dupe with it when it was at 3. That'd be insane. The card is still, pretty good overall, because if it's sent to the graveyard, you special mint a token, and you call it a day. So, there's still ways to just foolishness and get free tokens, and you can activate that whenever. Well, not whenever, it's only when it was sent to the graveyard, so This is definitely a card that you're going to be wanting to grab. The are Water Enchantress of the Temple here. This wasn't touched. I was very 50-50 with it because they reprinted it as an ulti very quickly, and we've actually had quite a bit of cards in OTS 19 hit unironically, like Snow Ban, Red Reboot Ban, all that. So maybe this was on, they were thinking of this, and then they decided last minute since it's not doing anything anymore, which is honestly true. I don't think this is even taking 5% of top decks. I say not even 5% because I think there's probably a deck list out there too in the last month that ran adventures. CRs are 65, no difference, right? However, ultimate rares went up to 60, which I told people not to sell theirs because even if it gets hit, the card is so low that selling it for 30 is just ridiculous. So 59, 60, $62 here. I see it kind of going down to like 45 to be honest with you here, but good thing you didn't sell at 30, right? And then Trickstar Licorice here did not have the jump like it did on the last list. I think this card that the player base is going to need to see some form of success with Trickstar until this card spikes up. If you got them for like 35, 37 when I told you, well, they're 45 here. But once that listing's gone, 46 here, 46, 48, going up to 50, right? And people need 3 copies of it, and there are people with 3 over here. The card could go up from here, but the fact that it couldn't even go from say about a $40 card roughly to like 50 was quite astonishing. Maybe people just have theirs from the buyout that happened last list. They did have their light stages though, which was the obvious thing to grab. Mega packs are $9, going up to 10s, and regulars are 13 for lightly played. Near mints are 14, going up to $18 here. If you got these when I told you at anywhere from $3 to $5, or $2 to $5, I've talked about this card at $2. In fact, I talked about when it was almost like $1.75 before, and I've had it in 5 cards out of your trade binder. If you don't have this card and you're upset because you could have made some money, well, I guess you got to subscribe because I've mentioned this card like 14 times. Either you don't watch my videos and you didn't know, or you didn't want the card. As simple as that. Reincarnation here. For first editions, I'm not gonna mess with unlimiteds here and near mints because there's a mod heavy. Like, what is this? All right, there's 14 listings. You got $10 here from a few. You get to 20, but that's less than 1,000 sales. 23, $25. This card is at the cusp of a buyout. If you want to get your copies, like your play set here, 2 copies here, 2 copies there. It's 297 sales, but whatever. Might not be a bad idea. In fact, I would honestly highly recommend this. Spellbook of Judgment. Now, this card, people are saying, oh, it could come back. It could come back. Yeah, I mean, yes, we have it back, so obviously it could come back, right? Anything could come back. But should we have this card back? No. I know we have a lot of Spellbook fanboys, all right? I never really was a big fan of this deck, personally. And the thing, and, everyone knew this card was going to come back anyway. In fact, I probably should have gambled and probably got a few more copies, but I already had enough. Here's the thing about this card. You can play it in Runics, and it's absolutely busted. You get a ton of pluses, and it just adds so much more utility to the deck that you thought wasn't even possible, and it's great. Right? And then you get the special summon a spellcaster type monster for free, literally, which is great. $22, $23. For unlimited. First editions are gonna run you about $39. Near mints are gonna run you about 42 over there. The mega packs, which I have over here, $15 here. If you have your copies, great job. I told people this was really obviously gonna come back. We're already seeing it being busted. I kind of want to see how this card kind of goes. As well. There's also another card. I told people to grab this. Was Spellbook of Fate. Now, this card was a solo print, and Konami just never touched Spellbooks much. Like, I think we got Blue Boy and Secrets, right? And we got Secrets multiple times. I believe that's what it's called, right? Yeah, Spellbook of Secrets multiple times reprint, common and structure deck, right? But they just never want to give us a Spellbook of Fate. And right now, you want this card, you're not grabbing it. Ultis are what are I'm gonna throw up here, aren't I? 33 near mint for 40, $60. Okay, light play 35. You know what? Just get the lightly played. Get the first set lightly played ultis. I told people to get this at like 15-20. In fact, I probably should have got this at 15-20. It looked, the card will either look really great as an ultimate rare, or it looks like Shrek took a shit on your card. There's two ways of looking at this card. What's really funny is ultras were selling for 35s. Like 22 here. I ended up getting rid of mine for 30 plus, which was really funny because I got for way less. But I just put it at something. I was like, you know what? Judgment's gonna fly. Fate's gonna fly. Here you go. I just put it something ridiculous, and I knew it would never sell. And now, like 9 months later, I saw. I'm like, yep, patience is rewarded. Spellbook of Secrets here. 45 for unlimited lightly played. 60. 67 for lightly played. First edition year mints. In fact, let's just go first eds. Make life simple here. $100, you know. If you want these cards, I mean, and you don't have your prophecies, these were like 40s, 50s. You're going to pay more now, but probably going to hit like 80, 90 and stabilize, I think. Like, cards way too old to replenish. Blue Bitch, 40. Well, one here for like 44, 50, 60. First edition is 8 lightly played, 90, 90, 90. Yeah, okay, as expected. OGs, I do not care about limiteds, but they're $3 if you want them. First editions are like three. Actually, hold on. It's not too bad. In fact, I would get, getting these first eds for like basically 5 or less before they hit like 9s is not too bad. We do have quite a few lightly played, so to kind of buffer it. Secrets here for ultras are unlimited for 260s, not bad. I actually want to see if I go first here. I go near mint. Yeah, like $5 goes up to 10. I mean, you have your copies here if you want them, and this card isn't gonna go down at all. The ultras do look clean as well. So if you want your prophecy cards, and you don't feel like spending an arm and leg for the ultimate rares, just grab the OG ultras. Spellbook of Masters here. Unlimited's about 9, 10, 11 here. First edition is about 16, 17, like 23, 25, something like that. 46, 35. Yeah, card is stupid. Cyber Angel Ben 10. Man, this is the ban list, man. What can I say? Also, if you guys want me to go over any cards, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to go over your guys' picks. And I have a live stream tomorrow where we'll probably be going over some of these ban cards again, see how they kind of adapted, about a day and a half in. So make sure to come to my live stream tomorrow. I'm also going to have some OTS packs. So 24 for your Ben 10. Cool. But is that good? Absolutely not. But I love how it shows it going down too. When it's like literally the opposite. Yeah, card was cheap, $4-5. I said Secret is not bad, just get the Lost Art. If you got the Lost Art, to $30, go up to 45. If you have the day free or you have the day after free, and you have some locals around your area, see if they have this Lost Art, because this Lost Art's still really new, actually. And I know places that do have it. Literally, you spend $30, you get a $30 card that most likely sells. Will it probably sell around $20? Probably, but still insane. Drytron Novas here are back to $29. 32, $50 here. I might get another Genesis Impact box and just send it because this box is just so underrated. Like, if you want to open, like, look, if you want to make money, figure out what local shops have Ben 10 Lost Arts, and if they have Genesis Impact boxes, just buy it. Because, like, this box is just free money at this point. Like, we're going to go over more of the stuff here, but, like, it has a ton of popping CRs. Like, there's, like, really not many CRs that you lose, like, big money on. Like, even, like, the bad one is $30, and it looks hot, Tor Bust from the Underworld. This card somehow... Okay, this is, like, the bad pull, this is the bad pull, this is the bad pull. You have, like, 3 awful CRs out, like, a ton. And then you have, like, let's see, Kiss a Keel. $40 because it's a new way to play Live Twins. 12, 14, 10. So stupid. This says so stupid. In fact, I want to see what the CR girl is right now. You know what? I'm waiting for it to go 200. It's possible. Dry this about $8 to $10. Not shocked at all. The CRs are even going up 42, going up to $85. In fact, there's not many at 40, 41 before it hits like 66 here. So if you want to grab one and going up to 80, because like you have one here at 60, yeah, you have, my bad. You have one here at 66, then 83. The card essentially doubles if someone buys like 2 play sets, right? And it doubles to from $40. If you guys want to grab this card, might not be a bad idea. Vanity's Ruler here. I want to look at this because of Drytron. I actually have these, funny enough. First Ed Mod for $56 here. Lightly Played for $60. Okay. First edition, Not Slobbered. $70. Okay. In fact, I just want to see all of the, yeah. So 70, 85, 85, 112, 116. If you guys are looking for a cheap copy of Vanity's Ruler, $70, I would actually grab that. Mystic Mine. Another 3 months. You know, it's so funny actually because some people are actually clowning the guy. Like they actually found the guy who's like, I guess one of the last checks before the ban list came out. I'm not really too experienced on who he is, and I'm not gonna say his name, but people are clowning on that Konami official, all that. You know, I've never seen so much hate for this for a ban list, and it's warranted. 10 for your garbage, ugly golds. 17 for your supers. Woohoo. Starving Venom. $9 for your Orochi near Ments. I would actually grab this. This is not a bad card to have. Ice Dragon's Prison. So someone told me, hey, dude, what do you think about this card coming back in the format? I have a few people telling me about it, and I was told people get this card at like $5, $6. Like, this card of me is busted, especially against Eldritch, which could see more play now because they got a small buff, which was Red Reboot. I actually got a funny comment on my last video. He's like, yeah, I go to a local full of Eldritch players and none of them complained about Red Reboot. Like, you're not running into Red Reboot. It's a one of that's sided at most now. And it's like, I don't know. It's a very dumb ban, but these are officially, after like 3 copies here, $8 for your near mints. In fact, if we go there and verified, I want to see. There's just too many copies at $8, $9, which is fine. I mean, these tids were opened up in mass. Ultras. Now, this is different. You want to go near mints. 7 going up to 10, 11 here. Cards kind of going insane. I actually forgot to mention that this is also a Rise of the Duelist card, so you know that these are extinct. You know, I remember when this card went from $2 to $50. Rise of the Duelist was a whole adventure, guys. Some Evil Eye stuff here. We got Gorgon here, which looks absolutely gorgeous at $140. I remember I tried to get this card. I was like, you know what? I'll offer $90. I was like, I should be offering $90 for a card like this. And then I offered $100, and people love this card just because of how gorgeous it looks. And people actually like playing Evil Eye, apparently, which is great because this deck is cool, but they need more broken support. You want Secret Surzeals? I mean, $13.75. Like, people are interested in Evil Eye. You know, you have Ultras here at like 70 cents, which, funny enough, I actually have these that I got Hollow Bolt because this was like a 30-cent card, and I was like, you know what, this is good to keep. And yeah, these are approaching essentially $1. I mean, Lightly Plates for 70 cents, they're at $1. I don't know. I know they're getting a card eventually, but you got the Field Spell here, 46 listings. You have near mints here. Because such a cheap card, I don't even want to look at Lightly Plates. You have 20 listings, $2, but there's really not much here. If you want an Evil Eye core because you think it's fun and you are interested either in the new support or you think it's going to get even more support, might not be bad. $1 here, 75 cents. Ultra here. You know, it's not like you're paying money for this engine. You're really, really not. If you're going to get this engine, though, just, my personal opinion, just get the secret Evil Eye Dominions and Selines over here. Do not bother with the Ultras to make your life cheaper. Like, spend a few extra dollars. The deck looks a lot cooler, and you actually have value. Because if Evil Eye ever becomes something, your secrets are going to be worth quite a bit of money. Nobody's going to care about a reprint. And reprint's still going to be affordable. And last but not least, Black Whirlwind. I mean, we'll look at Steam the Cloak, actually, so second to last here. Now, I have this in my 5-card time of your trade binder, and I told people they should be getting this. And because, you know what's funny? If I had more time to spend all that 5 cards on your trade binder, which a lot of people really love that me making that video. I got a lot of great reception, which is great because the amount of things that went wrong during that video was actually crazy. So I'm really glad that people liked it. I didn't get to do as much research as I'd like. Like I would never group two cards from the same archetype ever, but I had to do it. And I'm actually, believe it or not, if you guys enjoyed it, that's great. I'm disappointed a bit in that video. I understand that sometimes, or here and there, I'm not going to say sometimes still too much. You're going to make a video that you're not as proud of, right? And that's definitely one of mine. So in October, I cannot wait to take more time for my 5 cards heavier trade binder series. But I was still proud of all the picks. I just wish that I did put Poison Wind and Black Whirlwind there just because I want to have a little variety. I would have even grouped them up together and given you guys technically 6. But in fact, I've done that before. I've given you guys 6, even though it's 5. But Black Whirlwind here. Ultra rares. I told people to grab these, and you still should, right? At $1. Are they $1 right now? Yes. You know, let's go near mint. There's I'm not gonna bother with this. Yeah, there's still about $1, $1.38 here. Now, people are gonna need 3 copies of this, right? And this is a 64 listings. This had 100 listings when I mentioned it for near mints, mind you. And you know, we have some people with 30 copies here at like $2. Like, people know that this card's gonna go up, and there's a lot of copies for $1 or $2. But when people want to play, you know, Black Wings either for Edison or the new support, there's not gonna one reprint as an ultra is just not gonna be enough. All right, now let's look at Steam the Cloak here. You know, it's really, I actually have a funny story about Steam the Cloak. I actually, before this card got busted, I used this card as a coaster, and I've had this card as I used to have this card for a coaster for, I think, like 2-something years. Then it became busted. I thought about selling it, but I said, you know what, I just want to keep it as a coaster. And then when I moved out, I didn't bring it with me, so I remember seeing this card like almost every single day, unironically, physically, like because it was right next to my nightstand. And yes, I was a teenager at the time actually. I was like, no man, I was like 20. No, this was more than 2 years ago. No, this was like 4 or 5 years ago. And then I stopped seeing this card like 2.5 years ago. Super rares are $4, $5. People say, "Oh, the card's not gonna do anything." Look, if it leaves the field, you special summon what's called a token. This card's from the graveyard, tribute a monster, special summon this card from the graveyard, and you can only use this effect of Blackwing, the Cloak, once per duel. If this card summoned this way, it's used as single material monsters. The rest have to be Blackwing. So yes, you have Hulk banned, sure, but you can literally tribute one of your monsters, get the effect of that monster in the grave. After summoning this, then you can link this card off with some other bullshit, and then you get a token. But it's not Hulk. Like, people don't realize that this card's broken without Hulk. Like, the card's really strong. It's broken with Hulk, but it's great without Hulk. This card is not defined by Hulk, right? And you guys are going to see that when we get Darkling Blast. I think there's what other versions? Isn't there like a common? Commons are $1. Okay, that's interesting. So I guess if you have commons, you have a little bit of money on your hands. Although I kind of would just grab the super if I was looking to play this. But with that being said, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this market watch. Make sure to smash that like button if you did. Subscribe. If you're buying any cards off TCG Player, please use my link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to know the cost to you. And remember, I have a P.O. box. I haven't received anything yet. It's in the description below. But you know, you never know. I will be doing some type of video over my P.O. box as well. Also, thank you to all my YouTube channel members. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.